this quote on screen, that means this video is null and void, as well as 90% of the stuff on YouTube, BitChute, Rumble. Anything with opinions, 90% of it just got yeeted because of this statement. So, bye! Can you blame me for trying to get the fuck out of this? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, organics of all ages, I'm Double R, and in this particular video we are going to go over our introduction to dealing with the argument. Pro versus anti. Lolly show bullshit. I don't want to do this. Oh well. Wikipedia, definitions of lolly. Shota. Lolicon. Shotacon. In the description down below, I will have a video that's a lot clearer about the Lolicon history and all that Bananarama stuff. It will just be in the description down below. Far better, far more researched. I don't give a damn, because that's not the point of this video. The point of this video, simply put, straightforward, bar none. The reason why this argument keeps going on and on and on is because you two are arguing two different things. Let me explain. Let's start with the pro side. Okay? Pro light show bullshit. They see characters as a set of aesthetics. Pretty much if you play a video game, you know about setting up your controllers, whatever, yada yada, blah blah blah. The setup options, the HUD, and all that, the aesthetics, that's how the pro side sees characters. A set of aesthetics. That said, their typical argument, their core argument, in so many words, is fiction does not affect reality. Like, what are they going to do to, say, Seiko Kotobuki from Project Echo? What do they really want to bang that character? How are they going to pull that off? What, they're going to mentally project the mental image in their head and then play with their hand? Or maybe they'll print it out on a piece of paper and just make a mess on that. Or maybe they'll print out a piece of paper, wrap it around a fleshlight, or a dildo, who knows, some people like that, and go to town on that. Or maybe they'll get a VR rig and they'll put it on and they'll interact with an AI that's emulating the character and they're going to have fun with that. In all these cases, however, the character itself is unmolested, unmarred, untouched. The character itself remains intact.
Drawings are not real. Just like fantasy or roleplay or whatever, nobody's getting hurt, and the main concern is children being hurt or exploited. Whether looking at material like that is harmful, that's like a whole different debate, a whole different video. But like, look, I can literally draw a stick figure right now. Ready? Let's give her big milkers. There we go. Awooga, right? Well, she's under 18. There are federal agents at your door.
That's their core argument. Now, to be fair, I will give a little bit of pushback. Fiction affects reality in two ways. Way one, if you are mentally unwell. If you're mentally unstable. Pretty much if your mentality sucks, you have a chance that fiction will affect reality. Well, your reality at least. This is why the whole Slenderman case is a thing. And those who saw the verdict realize, hey, wait a minute, those girls were mentally unfit. Oh dear. This is why John Hinckley Jr., the whole taxi driver incident, mentally unfit. He fell in love with the character. But he had enough wherewithal to realize the character itself doesn't exist. But the actress does. So if I could win the actress, I technically win the character. That's not how that works, but, you know, Cool World's a movie, Who Framed Roger Rabbit's a movie. Okay. The point stands. In the view of a pro Lolicon, pro Shotacon, That is their general mentality. A character is a set of aesthetics. Whoop-de-doo. No one's quitting World of Warcraft because of Chromie. You dig? This fucking thing. I would think people understood this. Can I just leave? I just want to leave. I want to leave. No, you're right. I gotta get this done. I gotta get this done. I gotta get this done. Or it's just gonna sit there on my list and block me from doing stuff I actually want to do. Double R. Focus. So what's the other argument? What's the argument from the anti-side? The argument from the anti-side is the intent of the action. No, the antis are not trying to give human rights to 2D animations. They are worried about the intent behind the action. Staying with Seiko Kotobuki. If you say you want to breed Seiko, need to breed this character, I have several questions on why, because this is one of the characters I want to slap the shit out of. Point, double R. The point of an anti, their argument, their core argument type is the intent. Why do you want to breed those particular aesthetics? What about those aesthetics make you feel that you need to breed that? Or in the case of me, what about those aesthetics make you want to backhand the bitch into the next fucking dimensions? Hit her so hard that she goes flying through the Sailor Moon dimension. And she ain't even part of Sailor Moon, but I will knock her through that fucking dimension. I really don't like that character. I don't know what it is. It's something about that character. I just want to... But the point of the anti-side is just that. What's the intention behind it? Why do you want to do this? Why is it this set of aesthetics that get this reaction from you? That's it! That's the core difference between the arguments. To give you a mental picture of this, pros and antis all go onto the football field. They all decide, we're going to play football! Both sides go, yeah, we're going to play football! They go to their dressing rooms. The antis come back out in soccer gear. They're ready to play. They got the little soccer ball, they're ready to go. And the pro side comes out in NFL gear. Well there, chuckles. We got two sets of rules that we're going to play with, huh? Maybe we should have been a little bit more clear on the word football, since European football is soccer. That's pretty much long and short of why the argument has been going on for years. Why the Moe battle was a thing. Because there's two different arguments being done, and they're assuming it's going to work together. Like my example just given with Seiko. The anti-side says, what is your intent for this character? Because in the anti-view, a character is a one-to-one representative of a human. If the character is a dog, it's a one-to-one representative of a dog. You get what I'm getting at. So if someone says, I need to breed Nala from the Lion King, the anti-side goes one-to-one to an animal. What is your intent behind wanting to breed that character? What is the point? That character. Why do you want to breed that character? Why do you want to suddenly breed it? Are you Zuffa? If you bust out Lola Bunny, I want to breed Lola Bunny. The anti-logic will be the same. What is your intent on wanting to breed this character? What about these aesthetics of this character that you like so much that you want to bang this character? What is your intent behind this? Are you a furry? You see how the logic works, yes? I'll give you an example wholesale. Now, when we go over Devil's actual discussion point, I'll hammer that like a... But, the topic he states, which is both the greatest argument and the dumbest argument I have ever heard at the exact same time, is pretty much saying, no one watches a slasher movie to get off. Now, he actually has a whole clip, which is this.
Just like how gore scenes and murder scenes in movies aren't inherently wrong, but rather the audience that finds the murder and gore scenes sexually appealing.
But I'm summarizing it as a slasher to give y'all easy access to quick recognition. Slasher movie. Freddy. Nightmare on Elm Street. Versus his antagonist, which is the protagonist of the movie, Nancy. No one watches Nightmare on Elm Street and goes, "Get her, Freddy. Get her." Ugh! No one is doing that. Except for the mentally ill. No one's doing that, though. Okay? People are watching slasher movies and going, "Ooh, how should we get out of this one? Get out, get out, get out." That's what makes it the dumbest argument. Hands down. To the pro side, it's the dumbest argument. Because that's the view they have. Who the hell is watching a slasher movie on the raw intent of getting off? That's not the intent of a slasher movie. Who cares? Even in terms of fiction, who cares? It's fiction. It's a slasher movie. I'm watching a slasher for slasher. Why is this even a thing that you're bringing it up? Why? It makes no sense. What makes it the smartest argument is the metaphysics side. He's not particularly asking about the movies itself. Why are you taking a movie from a genre that isn't porn and putting that character into a porn situation for you to breed? That's the question that he's actually giving you. That's the metaphysical question. That's the intent question. To put this in anime terms for people to understand a little bit clearer, for y'all to understand the point. Someone says they want to breed Anya from Spy Family. They want to breed Anya. This fucking... Something about her reminds me of Seiko, and I just... But I know in the universe, if I tried to do that, she would duck, because she would know it's coming! Fucking Jean Grey. Buenas! Staying on topic. The point is, someone could say they want to breed Anya from Spy Family. Pro side goes, it's a fictional character, who the fuck cares? No one cares. You have that. Jerky jerk jerk. The anti side goes, hold up, wait a minute. The character is a one-to-one to a human. So the question is, what is your intent on wanting to breed that character in particular? Why would you want to breed that particular character? We're not understanding? We're not getting it? Are you a pedophile? Ergo, why that comes up every time. Because they view it as intent. They're not understanding the fictosexual side.
Come on.
Listen,
Sure.
I love Demon Slayer so much. There's just one thing, okay?
Yeah.
Tengen is so hot. I would drag my labia against miles of glass shards. Just to get away from me. Miles of glass shards just to share a meal with him over a FaceTime call with one reception bar. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Wow.
We stand a hot polygamist. Okay.
If there is anyone out there that can do like a perfect cosplay of him, just please come like.
Get me fired. It's gonna get me fired.
Which is a psychology thing, which is, I mean, people are attracted to fucking planes, trains, and automobiles. Why would they not be attracted to cartoon characters via the parasocial relationship? Parasocial relationships, let's talk about that. Since I've given y'all examples on how the arguments are working, let me bring up the parasocial relationship because y'all don't seem to get this. For some reason, a lot of you seem to believe that parasocial relationships work solely on person to person. No. A parasocial relationship, surprisingly, is a one-way relationship. The reason why stuff like VTubers have an advantage, idols have an advantage, actors have an advantage, is because they can actually meet people face to face. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you have a chance to talk to these people. You have a chance to talk to the person behind the VTuber. You have a chance to connect. Well, you feel it's a connection. Same thing can be said for anime characters. People feel a certain set of aesthetics, which of course comes with personality. They identify with that. They cling to that. This is why some people like Gohan's arc in Dragon Ball. Okay, Dragon Ball Z. They liked his arc until a certain point where they felt he fell off. While actual Gohan defenders would be like, no, it makes perfect sense that he went that way because he's always wanted to be a scholar because his mom kind of drilled it into his head. Point is, if you go and talk to anime fans about certain characters, they will either tell you they love them or they hate them, and it will be in-story reasons why. Is why the running joke with Sakura from Naruto is considered useless. Yes, she may have done things, but the running joke, Sakura is useless. She's more useless than Yamcha in Dragon Ball. And that's pretty debatable to a lot of people. But the point stands. That's a thing. The parasocial relationships form while they watch the story. They cling to certain characters. It's why a lot of people make the joke about Game of Thrones. I start liking a character, and then they die. It's almost as if they're trying to make sure you can't get a heavy parasocial relationship with it. I wanted to bring that up as an additional note. So you can understand why some in the pro side will take it to a character and go, yep, want to breed that one. I want to breed it. Why? Because the parasocial relationship has taken hold. And that character has the aesthetics that they like. Double whammy, they want to breed it.
That's my bar. Shit. He copied my whole fucking flow.
That gets me through the phone.
He copied my whole fucking flow. Word for word, bar for bar.
I feel I've covered everything I need to cover for the intro. So when we go over the video proper, we're going to try to keep the pros and the antis as close together with the arguments as possible, so it's going back to back, and then I'll put in my 2 cents. Alright? Sound good? Sound like a plan? Alright. For those of you who are still here, thank you, and see you in the next one, so I can get this off my freaking thing, on my to-do list, so I can actually do the things I actually want to do. Thank you for getting to this part. Let's hope that the rest of this goes relatively smoothly. And now that everyone understands that the arguments are 2 different things, trying to cover the same topic, let's hopefully get everyone in the same uniform and following the same general rules.
Now, I'm not saying that if you listen to heavy metal music, the devil will make you kill your mom.
That's my bar. Shit. He copied my whole fucking flow.
That gets me through the phone.
He copied my whole fucking flow. Word for word, bar for bar.
Not just.
I mean, it's a cartoon. It's not even real. Who cares?
Video games. It's not just animated content. It's not just
nobody
real
actually died.
Where someone's like in a.
I'm DoubleR. I'm out. And next video is going to be massive. Oh boy. Later.